So, this is Desperate Place. It's been on my hotly anticipated game list for a wee while now. This is, I guess, it's a base builder. It's kind of all about defending your base. You have a sort of day-night cycle. The day is all about the economy. The nighttime is all about the combat. Why am I talking? Let's jump into it. See what's going on. And so we are in. This is picking up basically right after the sort of tutorial level. Our ship has landed. We need to survive, I think, for 12 nights. Now, there is a day phase. There's a night phase. I already talked about that. We are on day 1. It's a little bit miserable on day 1, but that's fine. During the day, we need to build up a series of buildings. Now, we have 11 crystals that are going to be helping us to do exactly that. And primarily, we want to be focusing on building up some defenses, as you can see by the turrets over here, some missile silos. But also a little bit of an economy. Now, we have the ability to build these collector things. If we stand on these little green outcroppings, we can build a standard collector, a level 1 standard collector, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And at the end of the day, that is going to generate us a crystal. Now, I can build 2 more of these bad boys. And in fact... there we go. In fact, I can actually build even more if I build them in a very specific location, which is exactly what I am going to do in order to try and achieve the maximum amount of economy. Now, we can see that the enemies are going to be coming up from the top left-hand corner, and if I go into the pause menu, we can actually see exactly what type of enemies these are going to be. Unfortunately, these are some very irritating flying enemies, so I suspect that I may be in for a little bit of a rough ride because we don't actually have any defensive capability quite yet. But already you can probably start to see the tremendous amount of potential, the tremendous amount of upgrade potential that we have. The ship is going to do a little bit of firing, which is grand. We only lose 1 unit. That actually is completely fine because that means that we just don't gain an extra crystal, but I still end up with 13 crystals at the end of the first night. So far, so good. Now, yeah, we can build all of these buildings as a base. However, if I decide to upgrade the spaceship, then it's going to do a heck of a lot of important stuff. However, before we do that, I think I maybe want to build myself a turret down here. We got 12 enemies that are going to be coming down, or coming from the bottom route here. We'll build a turret. That does something interesting. That actually uses a little bit of our power. Now, the autocannon, which is what we've just built, that will cost us 4 power, and we only have 10 available. That is provided by the ship. If we want to get more, we have to build this specific building over here. This is the battery package. The battery package gives us 15 power. I think that's probably a fair synopsis of what's going on. There's a couple of unique buildings, one of which is actually this robot base station, which I would quite like to build. I think I'm going to build the eco... I'm going to go the eco route because I want to be greedy. I feel like it's the right thing to do. I think saving my crystals until next round will be an important thing to do because I would really like to get this Explorer class spaceship upgraded for reasons which I think will become clear in just a second. So let's turn it to night. Let's see what the enemy brings at me. I didn't even check the type of enemies, but we'll see what it is. I'm not overly concerned, to be honest. Okay, look, they're tiny. They're absolutely tiny. Not even worried. Look at that. Brilliant. And it gives my autocannon a good opportunity to get stuck in there. Fantastic. I'll loop around here. And I don't think we'll even lose... well, we won't even lose a single building over the course of the evening. That is phenomenal. Really, really good. Okay, we got 10 nights to survive. And there's also going to be a supply delivery program, which is going to be starting soon. That is... an airdrop has arrived at the designated coordinates, and the restriction will be lifted in 2 days. Okay, protect any airdrop for 2 nights. That is a consideration. We do need to try and protect this. Now, at the moment, I don't think I can build any buildings out here. I may be able to build some buildings out there if I get an upgrade to the spaceship. Okay, so that's given me a little bit of additional... ooh, look at that. There's loads of additional buildings that I can build. Holy cow. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, well, we know that we want to protect this airdrop. So with that in mind, I'm going to build this missile silo over here. Yeah, that's going to cost me four crystals. That's fine. There's also an engineering station, which is going to give me even more crystals. So I can do that. But what I think I actually really want to do in the short term is upgrade my standard collector from a level 1 to a level 2. And in fact, I think I want to do that for pretty much every collector that I've got. I can also go up to level 3, but I think I'm going to need to pop a third upgrade before we do that. You know what? Let's go and spend the crystals up here. I mean, this is a defended area. Beautiful. So that's going to give me 1 a day. It's slightly more expensive, but it means that I use up all of my crystals, which feels good. I can also add on additional collectors to this large-scale collector, I guess. And that puts me in a pretty good place. Right, who are we facing this evening? I can go into the pause menu and have a little look. These look like big boys. These are the 2 that I think we faced the night previously. There's also some sort of specific stats about my specific marine that I've got right now. I'm going to try and stick around up in the north of the map over the course of this evening, just because I think it's going to be these 10 units that are probably going to be more materially challenging. And indeed, that looks to be the case. Okay. Right. Missile launchers are going to have an important role in this whole thing. I need to try and do a little bit of kiting here. Don't destroy my collector, if at all possible. Okay, they destroyed the supply crate and the collector. That is really annoying. And it looks like they're going to destroy other stuff. Right, I clearly need to focus up on defenses for a little bit here. Not going to lose these 2 collectors, which is quite nice. But still, that is not overall an unbelievable evening for us. We're up to 17. Right. Yeah, so that airdrop is, I guess, it's just gone. That's fine. Right. Missile silo. We got 10 coming in from the top. I mean, I just need more. I need more cannons, right? I absolutely need more cannons. Let's focus up. Let's get a wall here. Wall here. In fact, we're going to wall off both places. Yeah, there's a power issue. If there is a power issue, exactly what we need to do is build this thing. And then I'm probably going to build a secondary cannon over here. I would like to get a wall, but I'm just 1 crystal away from it. So that's a bit of a bummer. I didn't spot that there's going to be some nasties coming from up north. That is a real kicker. Well, I'm gonna have to be on my. I'm gonna have to be on guard duty up here. I'm afraid there is a sort of like limit. I hope these aren't flying units. They're small units. Thank goodness. Okay, that is good because that means that I can most likely just take him out myself and hopeful. Oh, that's a new unit as well over there. Got a little bit of shield that I can burn through. We'll hope that the missiles from the ship are going to be able to do the rest. And hopefully I won't lose too much over there. Okay, yeah. Wall really proving to be the major issue over here. That is absolutely the next investment that we need to make. I shouldn't lose any more collectors. I should be fine. There we go. I'll go and deal the rest of the damage myself. Fantastic. Right, so building up north clearly has not worked. That is not good. It's not prudent. This flank did hold though, so that's quite nice. I also need to get these thingies upgraded. Let's get a wall here. That's absolutely the first priority. Like, no questions asked. Are there flyers coming from up north? There's 6 flyers coming from somewhere. That doesn't fill me with enthusiasm. Build the wall. Build that over there. In fact, this isn't even a wall. I don't even know what that is. But there's two rounds of enemies coming at us, so we got to be prepared for it. I'm also going to take this opportunity. Yeah, I'm going to double down on the eco. I've got the stuff that I think I need. You know what? I'm going to go and build this over here. There is about a 0% chance that this extension, it's basically going to allow me to get additional crystals. If it ever finishes, if it ever manages to survive the night, that would be great. I'm somewhat doubtful that it will. I'll maybe see if I can try and stick around up here At least in the early stages, anyway. I feel like there's definitely more defensive reinforcements that we can sort of roll out to this area. I also really want to see... Oh, you're coming from the south, you suckers. That's fine. Yeah, I want to see what's going on over here. That looks fine. That looks absolutely fine. Let's go and see what's up with these big boys. Yeah, there's about a 0% chance, as I say, that... there's about a 0% chance that that crystal collector ever manages to complete. Either way, I think we'll be fine over there for now. We've got loads and loads of turrets down here. Good. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be just fine. On the whole, maybe doesn't feel overly glorious, but let me tell you, I'm pretty content with that. I'm pretty content with that. As content goes, I'm there. Right, the real question is, where do we want to expand to next? Well, there's one obvious improvement that we want to be making. There is also it's probably a good idea to get a missile launcher here. I'm also interested in just building this wind collector thing. So that's going to get me is that 3 a day? Oh, that's a great deal? That's an absolutely amazing deal? I thought it was only... It says maybe it upgrades to 3 a day? I'm not too sure. Either way, we'll see how many we get over the course of the evening. Anything else that I want to get right now? What is this thing over here? This is a mortar. I am incredibly interested in getting a mortar. I'm very, very interested in that. Mortar over here. This looks like some sort of advanced turret. An anti-material cannon. Yeah. What about our northern flank over here? Missile launchers, missile launchers. Yeah. This, maybe? Do we just go all in and see if we can maybe try and defend the north? I kind of want to, you know. I kind of want to. Okay, let's see if we can try and get a flame turret. And then, how much is the missile silo going to take? Missile silo is going to take us literally right to the edge of my power limit. But I'll also build that as well, because why the heck not? But I also think if ever we're going to defend this area, it's going to be right now. It's going to be right now. I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful that we can do it. I mean, 17 enemies is a heck of a lot. There's probably going to be some new boys in here, so I'm not, again, enthusiastic about it. But I got a flame trench now, which I thought was a wall, to be fair, but it's a flame trench. Let's see if we can try and kite them down into the range of the flame tower. Yep, look at you. Brilliant. Okay, so the flame tower... Oh, come on. The one time that flyers decide to spawn from the north. That is annoying. You look like a big mortar boy, by the way. Yeah, so you're going to clearly be dealing some damage at range. How are things going down here? Ooh. Bit nasty, actually. Bit nasty indeed. We did lose one collector. Ooh, yep. No siree. Thank you very much. Not interested in what you've got on the agenda for me. Right, we lost one collector. We lost another collector over here. Yeah, there is a power shortage. Supply program starts. You're going to drop down over there. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. I need to protect any airdrop 2 nights. That is a challenge to do. So, I need to get this upgraded for sure. Nothing is coming from the north. That is good, which means that we are going to solely focus on getting the job done over here. We have to be serious about this. So this is a stasis trap. Fine. So what is that going to do? Rendering them unable to attack for a certain amount of time? That's okay. We're okay with that. Get that in there. Missile silo in there. And can I upgrade the flame tower? I'd love to upgrade something here. I'd really like to get an upgraded something or other. I mean, 26 enemies is just such a large number. Maybe another missile silo over here. I think we're going to do that. I think it is probably unlikely that I don't... It's probably unlikely that this thing survives, but that's okay. There's 8 enemies coming from down the south over there, but there is a missile silo turret over there anyway. So I think we'll just try our best to throw our corpse in front of all of the All of the hordes of enemies that are going to be coming this way. Maybe if I can try and kite them down? Maybe if you come down this way? Okay, no, that was an ambitious task. But to be fair, they seem to be splitting up, like, quite nicely. The mortars are a real problem. I do not know what I can... I don't know what I can do to stop that. Okay, run. Run away a little bit. Run away a little bit. Don't destroy the supply crate, or the wall, or anything, for that matter. Okay, good. We protected the supply crate. We can maybe do that for a second night. I think that's an optional objective. I hope it's an optional objective anyway. Again, that collector literally has never made money. The range of those mortars is immense. We do still have a power shortage. Do you know what, though? There's a bit of an opportunity in this power shortage. There's a bit of an opportunity. Oh, I also want to build this robot base station, because that's pretty cool. Oh, did I not get the mortar over there? Maybe not. I thought I did. Either way, the opportunity here is to upgrade the ship to the 3rd level. So that, theoretically, yeah, adds a bunch of upgrades that I can make to here. To pretty much everywhere, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Also going to get this, because I frankly need to. I'm then going to get this, which is the robot base station, which I probably should have got earlier. This allows me to get a robot compatriot that I can sort of place around the place. That leaves me with 2 crystals. I cannot do very much with 2 crystals at all. I'm going to put you here, by the way. There you go. So I'm going to position you right there. You're just basically going to face down these enemies. Not by yourself, because I'll be there to try and help out. But I'm going to place 1 upgrade over here, which is going to give us 3 crystals per day. I believe that's the maximum level that we can get to. Turning it to night is probably my only other option. Oh, there is another battery station up here, which I probably want to expand into tomorrow. I do not like the operation that we have going on over here. I would love to get a mortar, but alas, I just cannot afford it. We're going to try and protect this gosh darn supply crate thing. We're really going to try. We're really going to try. We're really going to try, especially with our new robot-y friend, who is going to be doing, I hope, a bunch of damage. Now, if half of the enemies can decide to go down south, then that would be a great asset immediately for us. And in fact, these are some quite light enemies that seem to be coming this way, which is nice. I'm going to head up north because it looks like there's going to be some assistance needed up here. Maybe we can protect the collector. Don't destroy the supply crate, please. I'm trying to juggle too many different things. We protected the collector. I don't believe it. And we're going to lose another collector for the privilege. But the good news is that I did actually build the missile turret on that occasion. So I should finish with a really good amount of resources. Restrictions lifted. Airdrop warehouse opened. New battery pack beacon deployed. Okay. All right, so we get a bonus from that crate there. That is good to note. That is very good to note. All right. Now that that's happened, what do I want to do? I think I want... I think I just want... I want more. I want more eco. I definitely want more eco. I would like more battery packs. I'm going to get a battery pack over here. That's going to help us out a lot. I would like to get a mortar. In fact, I'd like to get 2 mortars. I'm going to get a mortar over here. I'm going to get a mortar over... I'm not going to get a mortar over there. I'm going to stay my hand. I'm going to leave it on 1 mortar, and I'm going to see if I can try and yoink a few additional upgrades, which will take us to the maximum level on all of our collectors. I don't think that there's anything that we can upgrade or build after that, which means that I am going to be holding 2 crystals, which does feel slightly suboptimal. But I think that that's a situation that I can live with. Let's get the robot out here. Place you right over there. That's good. I don't think the robot station can be upgraded, by the way. However, there are a bunch of different sort of types of units that I can spawn here, but I can only have 1 out at a time, which is fine. Right. Shall we get this show on the road? I think we shall. It's got to be floaters coming from the north up here. It's got to be floaters. I am totally convinced that we're going to see some floaters. Nope. It's not. It's all ground-based units, which I think we have a high chance of totally repelling, to be honest. There we go. In fact, yeah, I'm so confident that I'm going to move right away and go and help out my robot-y friend up here. How are the mortars doing? It's fine, but we're not protecting anything down there. We're only protecting the collector up here. We need to invest more effort and energy to protect this collector. I should be building the collector in the middle here, because this is apparently the most secure location. Right, let's get the robot over to here. There we go. You go and take out those chumps. And come on down here, and I will help out. And if the robot decides to come and assist me, then that would be good too. Right, supply over 85 points of power. I think we are getting there. I hope we're getting there. Right, we got 3 nights. Supply delivery program starts. Good. That's actually a defensible position for once. Right, my economy is looking and feeling very groovy. Very, very groovy indeed. Anything that I want to protect or build. I mean, upgraded walls would be nice. Upgraded walls would be very nice. Upgraded missile silos would be quite nice. New missile silos would be really nice. Let's get some new missile silos. I think we just want quality over quantity. No. Let's see if we can try and split the difference a little bit. And that in there. Okay, so that leaves me with 7. 7 points to upgrade. I mean, an upgraded collector. That'd be good. That would move me up to two a day. I guess these collectors just are not that great because they are more expensive to build and they don't allow me to sort of stack the benefits. So that's fine. I guess I'll go and build this collector over here because, honestly, ain't nobody managing to get through this this defensive area, so we might as well throw down an extra one. If I'm going to be protecting the supply crate over here, then we will try our best to do that. I'm also going to get an additional battery package this evening, and that will achieve this secondary objective, which I think is quite important. This is going to be fine, I think. Let's get the robot to just chill out over here. There we go. Chill out over there. And hope for the best. I'm going to go and check out what's happening in the north before the enemies decide to arrive, because there might be some long-range big baddies. Ooh, that's nasty. A lot of nasty stuff happening. Don't destroy my battery packs, thank you very much. I worked hard to build them. But, you know what? It doesn't particularly matter. Doesn't particularly matter. Those missile turrets are going to take care of the rest. That's good. Any stragglers, long range? Yep, long range suckers. I knew it. They do have a habit of just coming out of nowhere. And it's not necessarily as easy as, you know, as just upgrading stuff. Because the range is so unbelievably extreme. It really is. Either way, 33 minerals. Did I protect the... I did protect this thing. Well, that's good. And frankly, better than I expected. Let's get the battery power online. That fulfills the objective. Let's get another missile silo. Let's get a anti-material cannon, because I want to see it in action. Let's upgrade this sucker, because why the heck not? And what else? Do I want to upgrade anything else? I kind of want to upgrade the missile silos over on this flank over here. It's going to cost me 8 in order to upgrade. I'll upgrade the middle one. Feels about right. This is probably where the most interesting stuff is going to start happening. I mean, we're getting into the sort of last days. I mean, we're very close to the last day of what's going on. So let's just sort of try and defend the areas that we know are going to be coming under attack. And that means, I think, just completely abandoning what's going on the left-hand side of the map. Let's not be precious about it. we'll just invest all of our resources in the right-hand side over here. Anti-material cannon, getting a few good shots in. Very nice. The mortar, that's, I think, actually the first time that I'm seeing it firing. Seeing it truly in action. Let's get you out here. There we go. I'm gonna get you to do the dirty work whilst I go and head up north and take care of these guys. Again, the missile silos just can't reach them. They're just too far away. So there we go. Right. That leaves me with a bunch of spare crystals. Everything was destroyed. Truly everything was destroyed. Airdrop, what did I get? What do I get from this? A brand new T6030 protector has opened control permissions to you. Hey, that's kind of cool. All right. Are we going to get 2 robots to follow us? We absolutely are. Amazing. Right, well, we got 33 crystals to spend on everything. There's going to be this is going to be an onslaught. Let's get a wall upgraded. Let's get a secondary turret over here. Let's get one of these turrets upgraded. Let's get this wall upgraded. And let's get one of these turrets upgraded. Or actually, the mortar? The mortar would leave me absolutely bang on my crystal limit and would leave me with just 1 power spare, which seems like it's optimizing to some degree. So I think we'll roll with that. Where do I think the biggest incursion is going to be? I think probably from the right-hand side, if I had to imagine. He said, speaking to himself. But that's okay, because that's all I ever do. Right. I'm not really interested in what's going on the left-hand side. I want to see what's happening over on the right. This is where it matters, really. I mean, if they're going to get through anywhere, it's going to be from, yeah, one of these 2 spawn points over on the right. But honestly, I am thinking that this is going to go absolutely swimmingly. Robots with me. Get up here. Drop them off there. I'll go and head down south. Take out these chumps. Robots can do their thing. I can do my thing. We'll completely destroy the enemy. And that will be us moving on out. Mission successful. Mission accomplished. Hey, and look, we've unlocked a new character. A lot of new characters. A new challenge. A couple of new challenges. Some tech as well. This is very, very cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And in fact, there's lots of stuff in there that we can be chatting about. Seems like there is a little bit of a story. If you've watched any of my videos before, well, thank you very much. But also, I don't really care much for the story, to be brutally honest. Not really interested. Score acquisition, 10,000 points, which is great. Loads of credits as well. Credits are an important sort of aspect of what we are going to be talking about just now. Okay, so I've finished, what is that? Beta? Is it beta 11? We can sort of move on to do this level, which I can do, but I'm not particularly interested in doing. I'm actually interested in exploring this level over here, which is perhaps a bit more interesting. However, before we do that, we can actually jump on into the crew menu, and we can have a look at acquiring some new crew. So we have the Marines at the moment. We could get Isaac, the Arsonist, who building all flame duration caused by the character plus 100%. Very cool. A Hunter. When facing many enemies, the character may be startled and briefly lose control. Close and sector range weapon repels some ground monsters. Or a Quartermaster. Power generation buildings plus 2. Within 3 days the first time construct, collect, building, basic mining outpost plus 1 a day. That's a bit of a mouthful. But I don't particularly care. I think the idea of unlocking a crewed arsonist is kind of cool. We're going to select you for the next mission. We're also going to have a little look at the armory. These are some unlocks that we're able to get. Engineering station and micro collectors increased by 1 on that day. So these are actives that we have to deploy if we want to. All standard collectors base production increased by 100% on that day. Yeah. When used, all towers in operation deal ground damage plus 50%, aerial damage minus 50%. When used, all towers in operation deal plus... yeah, I mean, that's fine. Change the weather to wind for a maximum of 2 days, or change the weather to rain for a maximum of 2 days. All building takes plus 10% damage. So stuff like this is We can buy this, for example. Stuff like this does matter, and in fact, the weather and the wind is kind of important. Enemy takes minus 20% damage. Score bonus, plus 10%. Credit bonus, plus 10%. Enemy speed, plus 30%. Score bonus, credit bonus. You know what? Sure, we're going to activate this. I feel like this is foolhardy, but frankly, we're going to do it. I'm just going to chance it. Okay, after that, I think we are ready to jump into Beta 10. And we are in a luscious green environment for a change, as opposed to the stony misery. And look at this, we got a flamethrower on our backs, which is very, very cool indeed. Okay, thank you very much for the nice little bit of exposition there. Right, our objectives: loss of less than 10 buildings before the 5th night. Yikes. Crew, hunter, or hacker, kill 60 monsters. Well, I don't think we can do that because we're not the hunter nor the hacker. We are the arsonist. Righty. So, what's going on here? There's holy cow, there's a lot of space that we've got to play around with. What is this building? A geothermal collector? The first day after construction has the largest, and then -1 per day. So, definitely worth getting that built, like, right now. Okay. So, any other geothermal collectors that we maybe want to get down? There's another one over here. Yeah, so these are good to get, I think, if we can try and pull it off in some magical way. There's enemies going to be coming down from the south over here. I think that's probably going to require a turret. What the heck is this? A solar energy storage? Okay. Okay. I do want to build my little robot friends up earlier. That does seem important. Enemies coming from over here. I mean, we can just build two. We can build 2 turrets. But you know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to be greedy again. We're going to build a turret over there, and then we're going to see if we can try and build some more just regular collectors. I think I did see... Yeah, I did see the position for 1 regular collector and a 2 regular collector, but not a 3 regular collector. Oh, and there's also a slot up here as well, but we can only build that after these have been built. Okay, so if there's 6 coming from the bottom left... That's going to be taken care of by the turret, which is good. At least you got to hope. You got to hope that that's taken care of by the turret. I am going to be down here taking care of the 10. Maybe I should have built a turret here and taken care of the 6. In hindsight, probably would have been a smarter move. But we're going to chance it regardless. Right. Oh, I forgot I'm a flamethrower boy. I'm a flamethrower. I did completely forget. That's fine, though, because apparently I absolutely shred these little suckers. Did you destroy my turret? You totally destroyed my turret. But that's okay. That's okay. So we lost 1 building, but again, that is fine. Now, we make a huge amount from these geothermal generators because we got 6 over the course of the evening. So we basically make back the entire cost. If it doesn't die, it makes back the entire cost over the course of a day. That is brilliant. Right. Given that our objective is to lose less than 10 buildings before the 5th night, I think we probably want to build a wall here. We want to build a turret here. It's going to take me down to a somewhat low level of power. But is there a battery storage facility? There is a battery storage facility. Yeah. Battery storage facility. Let's build this. Build that. Let's build the wall. Yep, that's good. That leaves me with 6. And then let's finish out the collection of collectors. There we go. Up here. And over here. Wow, okay, so we've not even finished the whole collection of collectors. Is there any more geothermal stuff? I mean, the geothermal stuff is very, very good. No, doesn't look like there is. Right, so this wall is a little bit of an extra buffer. I have invested quite a lot in the bottom left. I think that I can probably manage to do this myself. If I can't, then we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. The other thing that I need to consider is upgrading the... Beautiful. Look at that. My positioning is much more important here. That's fine. The air The air is problematic, but that's okay. Turns out the walls do count as buildings lost. Honestly, if there is to be one building that I don't care about losing, it is absolutely the wall. I'm quite happy to lose that. New rhinoceros horn subspecies. Oh, heck. Not hot about that. Also not hot about the fact that we're going to be seeing some attacks from the north. Confirmed. Right. It's time for Robot Friend. Regardless of what I think, I just need to sort of get it out. We're going to pop our upgrade over here, which is great, I think. That's good. It's going to give me a little bit of extra power. Going to give me the opportunity to upgrade my eco a little bit. The 14 down south, that's going to just sort of stay the same. Let's see if there's anything. I mean, we don't need to worry about the northern sort of flank quite yet. That's good. We can, however... What the heck is this building? I want to see what this building is. This is a plasma cannon, capable of ground and air units, ignore enemy armor. Sure. I will absolutely get that. And I think with that, I'm probably okay to return to investing in eco. Let's build more upgrades. Let's just get everything that we possibly can. How much are my geothermal plants going to be pumping out this evening? 4. That's fine. We're okay with that. They're still a valuable thing. I need to be here, basically. I need to be either supervising down here, which is exactly what I plan to do. And in fact, if I built a cannon here, I probably would have made the job easier for myself, but that's okay. We're going to get the robot to be on duty. There we go. You're going to soak up all of the hits, I hope. Amazing. Beautiful. And head on up here, buddy. I lost a lot of stuff there, but thankfully the flamethrowers are really good. Right. Thankfully, though, we didn't lose any of our eco buildings. Did not lose any of our eco buildings at all. Right. So, loads and loads of eco still coming through, relatively speaking. An exterminator. Uh-oh. I mean, when you call something an exterminator, it's just not good. It's just not good. It's just not a great look. Right. Wall here? Sure. Wall here. Let's get one of those over there. One of these over here. I am not dealing with what's going on up north. I'm going to take the solar energy thing because that's going to allow me to get a little bit of extra power, which is going to help, I hope. I'm going to get an autocannon down here. Far too overdue. It's going to leave me with 10. Where the heck is this? I don't like this. I don't like the fact that this is apparently going to apparate in the middle of nowhere. That is terrifying. I'm going to build a cannon here, just because I don't know what else I can do. I think I can upgrade this. Yeah, I can upgrade this solar energy stand into a bigger solar energy stand, which allows me to have 4 power, which will remarkably allow me to build an autocannon. I can also invest some more resources into my economy, which I care very, very deeply about. I have no idea where you're going to appear from, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Right, let's face the enemy head on. Let's face the enemy head on, see what you do. Do you just pop out here? It's got to be the lake, right? Yeah, you're in the lake, 100%. I knew it. Get firing. Oh my goodness, my geothermal has gone down. That is very annoying. Everything is going down. This is going to be the loss of my secondary objective. For sure. We've lost 9 buildings. We actually might be okay. Very wishful thinking, I somehow suspect. Well, the robot has single-handedly defeated the boss. That is quite remarkable. Well, we need to survive until the end. I presume the end of the 5th night. Oh, you're going to pop up again? Ugh. We need to survive until the end of the 5th night without losing a single building. That's a tall order, folks. That's a very tall order. I think we defended the northern section, though. I think we defended the northern section quite well. So then we can be quite happy about that. Right, can I get a full-fledged battery storage facility, please? Yep, that'd be really good. 20 from the north. I mean, there is a trap that we have here. This is a target speed minus 20%, lasts for 15 seconds. Sunny day will stop work. Well, we're going to be on a sunny day. This is a mud trap that we would be building, and therefore it wouldn't work. So therefore, it's a stupid thing to do. Today, anyway. On another day, it would probably be fine. 20 enemies coming from down south over here. You know what? It's time for an upgrade to that turret. Absolutely worthwhile investment. Worthwhile investment, too, I think, in both of these turrets. The reason being is that if I can defeat this big, bad boss quickly, I think he'll just sort of disappear and kind of leave me alone, at least for now, for a little bit. That's what's going to happen, I think. I've got 7 crystals left. Anything that I want to get done. I mean, maybe this? How much does it cost to upgrade the turret from tier 2 to tier 3? I can't, because I don't have the upgrade to the base yet. That's a problem. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go and park you right over here. You were such an excellent robot at destroying the enemy last time that I think you're gonna be doing a just fine job this time as well. And you know what? I'm gonna help out over here until my northern flank becomes too spicy for me to handle. Oh, man, we finished the objective. Nice. Didn't even notice that. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to be able to take that out really, really quickly. This is the new subspecies of rhino over here. Not a fan of you, obviously. Get the robot on me. There we go. Nice. And let's get the robot to come down here. Take out those chumps. There's still 2 enemies up north. There will be the artillery chumps. But thankfully, I don't care if any of my buildings are destroyed. It doesn't really matter because I have already achieved the objective, which I set out to achieve, which is quite nice. Very, very good job, everyone. So yeah, we're destroying this boss on the way through the level. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's a good concept. Is it time for an upgrade to the level 3 spaceship? I think it is. Let's do it. It's going to give me a little bit more power to play around with, which is, of course, very, very nice. And perhaps some more upgrade slots and places to build. I haven't done anything over here yet, have I? No, literally nothing. So why don't we invest just a little bit of time, effort, and energy over here. There we go. Flame trap, it's good. This southern flank, very, very well protected. I do want to do stuff with traps, because I feel like, yeah, all flame duration caused by the character plus 100. Building, all flame duration caused by the character plus 100. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that the flame trap is particularly good? I'm not quite clued up to what that means, but that's okay. Let's build this collector over here. I know that we can now get the level 3 collectors. I do plan to, but I just had 3 crystals, and I'm thinking, hey, let's spend whilst we've got them, right? The other thing that I do need to consider is this is going to be the most complex evening that we have thus come into contact with. I am going to park my robot up here, and that looks to be good, actually. Oh my goodness, there's these flyers. They don't mess around. Okay. They do come thick and fast, though. Okay, get the robot down here. Excellent. Robot, don't destroy my geothermal, please. Please. Well, that's 1 crystal that we're missing out on. Robot, get over here. There we go. Please, before the... Yep, there we go. Excellent. Before the... up top. Before the collector was destroyed. Very important that we get that done. And you are going to go down very easily as well. Nice. The artillery pieces are not particularly sophisticated. They're just very annoying. They're just very, very annoying. Right. Right. What am I thinking? Am I thinking pure eco right now? I'm thinking maybe pure eco right now. I mean, unless we've got some really interesting sort of structures to build. I don't think we do. I think northern flank is defended. I say northern. Northern could either be up here or up here. What's this? Northeast. Northeast is fine. Northwest probably needs a little bit of attention. South probably needs a little bit of attention. Over here probably needs a little bit of attention. But with all that in mind, I am going to throw caution to the wind, as I so frequently do. Is this a plasma cannon there? It's a good plasma cannon location. It's almost as if the level design has been thought out quite acutely. Which, for the record, I think it has been. We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go full. We're gonna go full eco. I'm all in on this eco system. Let's get you here, and then let's actually get the little outcroppings, which I know they can apparently have the potential of producing crystals for us, but I've just never seen it happen. Right, I have invested quite literally every single penny that I have in the economy build over the course of the evening. Over the course of the day, for the evening. Is it going to work out? I'm skeptical. Right, robot, you're going to go and chill out over there. I feel like I need to be helping out over here. I feel like this is the real sort of really brutal area. Yeah, that's going to be totally fine. Absolutely no issues there whatsoever. This is where I am most worried. Don't destroy my collectors, please. Nice. Robot, get over here. I don't know what you're doing, but you can come and help me. Nice. I am very, very low on the old HP. Need to not die if I can avoid it. That is, that's annoying. Okay, though. That's fine. That's fine. As long as I can sort of get my act together and move on out over here and maybe, there we go, try and defend. That's fine. I will try and stop this collector from getting destroyed. Here we go. Get up here, robot. These guys are really, really vicious. Okay, but the robot's there. The robot will take him out. That's fine. Quickly. Oh, good. Wow. Okay, that was a tough evening. It was a very tough evening. But we did end up, even with all that, we ended up with a huge number of additional collectors that actually just managed to just do what they needed to do, which was great. With that in mind, let's do a night of, or a day of, just pure upgrading the defenses. I'm going to get level 2 missile launchers down here, specifically to take care of these suckers. I'm going to get an anti-materiel cannon right over there. And that pretty much leaves me bang out of cash. I mean, I can get this upgraded, which would be good. But other than that, I don't think there's much we can do, is there? No, tell a lie. We can get this upgraded. And this upgraded. Which is going to be a significant improvement if we can make it. I'll get the robot to go and chill out over here. Just because I know... I just know there's going to be issues up north. I just know there's going to be issues up north. I think we're probably likely to be okay down here. The fact that I've now got these 2 level 2 missile launchers, it feels like a significant improvement. Okay. I'm going to get stuck in early. Yeah. I am going to help out. Missile launchers. Yeah. Keep firing away. Unfortunately, I think this boss being down here is a little bit of a distraction. Means that I might lose one of my collectors. Power reboot, that's fine. Take these chumps out. Stand in a line. Don't lose my collectors, ideally. That's alright. Okay, robot, get down here. And just chill out over here. Okay. Then the robot can do the heavy lifting of the... There we go. Of shooting the enemy base. I need to take care of these before they destroy my really valuable collectors. Okay, nice. Nice. Ah, it's another collector lost. It's very annoying. But it's okay. It's okay. Man, it's just... I'm stressed. I'm really stressed. I'm feeling it. Okay, we got 4 nights. We got 4 nights remaining. Where's the boss going to be spawning? The boss is going to be spawning over here. We have a horrific need for power now. A horrific need for power. Can I get another battery facility somewhere? We absolutely can. Let's do it. So, the boss is going to be chilling here. It's time for a plasma cannon. Here. Goods. There's a power shortage because that plasma cannon is nasty, nasty on the draining. Get that in there because we want to try and destroy this thing as quickly as possible. If it rampages throughout my base, that is supremely suboptimal. We're going to park the robot right next door and upgrade the plasma cannon. I mean, honestly, let's do it. I feel like that's a really good investment to make. Up north. Missile turret. It's going to wipe out my power supply. Upgraded flame tower. We'll get an upgraded flame tower. Sure. Don't think there's anything else that I can throw any crystals into. We're going to have to save 2. I think the upgraded flame tower is what we're after. I am... Ooh, we can upgrade this thing, actually. Yeah, we can upgrade this. Sure, we'll do it. Upgrade that, and upgrade it again. So that gives us what? Solar energy? Oh, but yeah, we can't use this today because it was destroyed over the course of the evening, and it only works if we have sun today, which is fine. Right, I want to keep an eye on this boss, but I just don't think it's a responsible thing to do. I think we need to go and head up to the top of the world, check on this flamethrower turret, and see if we can try and throw a few shots in just before the enemy get down to the level. You know what? That's looking good. It's looking really good. Looking really good. Nice. The missile turrets down there doing a really, really powerful job. These guys can absolutely yoink me out. We've run out of power, apparently. Power rebooted. Something was destroyed. Something was rebuilt. Let's hope that it doesn't make too much of a difference. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't get to see the boss, which is a bit of a shame because the boss is kind of the coolest aspect of the game, but I do feel like I need to be up here. Wow, that was a really slick operation, to be honest. 45 gems. That's pretty banging, if I do indeed say so myself. Where's the boss going to be coming from this time? A very inconvenient location. I think literally only hit by the plasma cannon. So with that in mind, let's get the plasma cannon upgraded to max level. Seems only right. Let's get another battery facility there. That's good. Let's invest heavily in these turrets. This wall. And not even that turret. I think this turret. Yeah, this one right here. That's good. And you know what? A missile launcher. I really do not want to be spending any of my time over here. I want to be looking at the boss. I want to make some content. Right. Let's put the robot right outside. I should probably come up with a name for him. But frankly, I think the robot's a fine name. Right. Let's get one last crystal investment in there. And then let's go for it. Let's go for it. I think this area is going to be worrying. This area is going to be worrying. There's a lot of worrying developments that are going to be had. But I'm going to stand right on over here and fire the first shot at the boss if it's the gosh darn last thing that I do. There we go. Okay. Well, I've fired my shot. Robot, get stuck in. Plasma cannon is currently deployed in the wrong location. There is precious little that I can do about that. We're just going to have to wait until the... There we go. The plasma cannon considers it a good objective to target the boss. Robot, get over here and get firing. There we go. Struggling to navigate the world a little bit there. Overall, though, no issues. Worked out perfectly. In fact, I think that was our best evening by a very significant margin. We've only got 2 nights left. So, full on defensive investment, right? Full on defensive investment. Wind collector is invalid today. That is okay. We're going to build a mud trap. We're going to get this upgraded. We've got plenty of power. Let's get everything upgraded that we possibly can. 2 upgrades over here. Don't mind if I do. 3rd upgrade to the flame tower. Yes, actually, I would like to do that. I know that's quite a lot of investment over on this side of the map, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Right, we absolutely need to be over here. This, maybe should have upgraded the... Park you there. Maybe should have upgraded this wall. In hindsight, that would have been a prudent thing to do, because there's 37 enemies coming from down here. And I know that I did just sort of stick all the investment over there, but... maybe I should have saved a little something for the wall. Either way, I'll do my little burning operation here. Also got the time. Missile turrets, they're so good at taking out the aerial units. It's really, really useful. Especially the fact that they're seemingly dotted around, like, everywhere. Those flyers, they suck. This anti-material cannon is pretty darn cool. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay. Take out the artillery on the back line, which nothing else can hit. There we go. And it looks like there's only 3 bits of artillery remaining, and they are, well, all the way over here. I can move, but I don't really want to. Don't destroy anything else. And stand in a tactical location so that I can hit them both. Beautiful. Amazing. Building integrity, 87%. That's about as good as it gets. I think we were on 93% last time, but that really is as good as it gets. Okay, 40 enemies coming from over here. The good news is that I have the opportunity to upgrade this wall twice now, which is exactly what I'm going to do. We've also got 40 enemies coming from the north over here. I'm going to get this bad boy upgraded, and then I'm going to get the wall upgraded. And I think that will be pretty much the extent of my investment. Oh, the enemy's coming from over here too. Well, you know what? We'll get the robots. Get the robots here. Oh yeah, I should have pointed out, there is like a drone thing that you can use to build different structures. I guess it's worth it in some instances, but I don't really see the point, to be honest. Don't really care for it. Okay, you chill out over there. I think, where do I think is going to be the biggest issue? Probably not here. We got a lot of stuff going on down there. Probably this boss or this boss, to be honest. I think the north we're going to be fine for. This boss will probably be fine for too. Maybe this boss. I think this is the last night, actually. Oh my giddy aunt. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. And this is like the 2nd level. That's what kind of blows my mind, right? Is that there's... I feel so slow. I know I'm a slow character, but I feel very slow. Good thing that I upgraded the wall down there. Does mean that not everything gets through. Up north, we're fine. Again, the nebulous up north. Love the fact that the plasma cannons can take care of the artillery. Beautiful. One more. Yes, very nice. Okay, there is a couple of additional artilleries, which should be very easy to take care of. In fact, that plasma turret should have their number. And in fact, even the anti-material cannon seems like it has the number of the artillery strikers. Beautiful. And we've unlocked a new character. We've unlocked the priest, which is very nice. Build increased cost, weak body, lots of brand new challenges, a few new bits of kit, bits of technology. Oh, I didn't even look at the technology, but there is like a little terminal down here. It allows you to activate the active sort of bonus on any given level or mission. I am really happy with that. I mean, we didn't play with the hunter or the hacker, but I mean, I would have if I'd not spent my my coins already. I'm not too concerned about how that all went. That was really, really good. It was a little bit touch and go in a few places there, but you know, we managed. Hey ho, ladies and gents, absolutely check out this game if it's a sort of genre that you're interested in. If you're interested in base builders, if you're interested in sort of like defense style games, then check out Desperate Place. As I say, it's been on my list of games that I've been interested in for a while. Really excited to come to fruition. It plays really, really well. Feels great to play. Looks great to look at. I just want to play more of it, quite frankly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.